good start, and in their seats. Cell phones off, please. My name is Shobha Purushothaman, and I will be your MC for this morning until 1:30. And then I'll be handing over to Vandana Saxena Poria for the afternoon sessions. I joined TiECon Pune as a charter member less than a month ago. And I've been in Pune now for 2 years. And although my ancestors are from India, I was born and raised in Malaysia. So both as a charter member, as a member of the organizing committee, and as an entrepreneur who has chosen to base myself in Pune, I extend a very, very warm welcome to all of you. We have a great turnout and a packed and exciting session. Now, before I tell you about our first session, I'd like to invite Vish Mahajan, who is the president of TiECon Pune, to say a few words of welcome. Vish.
Good morning, everyone. And welcome. With such a gathering in front, I can't help but talk a bit about TiE. So I'm just going to do this in the next few minutes. Can I get the PowerPoint, please? So for those of you who are a bit new to TiE, TiE stands for the Indus Entrepreneurs, and it's an organization for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs, started in Silicon Valley back in 1992. So what started as a small seed in propagating and advocating entrepreneurship is now an organization that spans 17 countries, 67 chapters, and over 15,000 members, making it the world's largest network of entrepreneurs. In Pune, we have been active trying to connect various pieces that foster entrepreneurship together. And some of the programs that we do include inspirational My Story sessions, wherein an entrepreneur comes and talks about the journey that he or she has undertaken, which is hugely inspiring to everyone, because all entrepreneurs also see their own journey reflected in what they're hearing. Next slide, please. We have this program twice a month. We also have breakfast sessions where we discuss issues and topics that interest entrepreneurs. We do twice a month workshop. We have a women entrepreneur focus group called the TiE Stri Shakti, and we are going to see them on the stage in a while. We also have mentoring, and that to us is very, very dear. Senior and established entrepreneurs who've been there, done that, spend time with young companies to hopefully help them not make the same mistakes they did. Please stay connected with TiE, and I'm sure it will deliver the value that you're looking for. Today's TiECon is unique. First of all, we have Mr. Narayana Murthy as our key speaker. Mr. Narayana Murthy began his entrepreneurship journey by founding Infosys right here in Pune, and that makes us makes him one of us. Thank you very much, sir, for being a part of this. Before I hand over, because I absolutely do not want to stand between Mr. Murthy and all of you, I just want to quickly tell you a bit of demographics of the room full of people that we have here. I was counting till the 400 registrations, beyond which I did not count. First 400 registrations, 338 of them described themselves as entrepreneurs or wannabe entrepreneurs. So welcome to this largest gathering of entrepreneurs that we have in the city. We have a fair mix of companies that are startups, early stage, and those that are in the growth mode, which is also a great thing because we've lined up panels that address both these. I'm so happy that 97 new members joined TiE today as a result of this event. I welcome all of you to the TiE community. I'm also so happy that 92 of the first 400 registered delegates came from our supporting organizations. And as you can see, there's a list of supporting organizations that we've tried to collaborate. We know it has taken a bit of time for us to connect with everybody, but I'm sure that as we go along, TiE would like to play the role of a glue that connects this whole ecosystem together, and together we can actually foster entrepreneurship in the city of Pune and make Pune what it deserves to be. More than half of the delegates, when we asked them, what are they here for? They said they are here to help envision future. Get some answers, get some crystal ball gazing from the stalwarts that are here so that they can prepare and be ready for the future. Entrepreneurship is about future, and they are here to network. I'm so happy, and I'm very happy to welcome all of you here and start today's TiECon, the TiECon Pune 2013. Thank you very much.
Details first before we kick off the first session. Can I have the slide, please? So the first thing I actually have to ask you is, at the end of this first plenary session, we have a special request to make of all of you that we hope you will respect. We ask you this as a sign of respect to our special keynote. And the request is, can you all please remain in the room until the keynote guests have left the room, right? Now, a couple of other housekeeping things that hopefully need no explanation, but kindly switch your cell phones off. If you have to speak to somebody, step outside through one of the doors at the back. Please don't chat during a speaking session. Again, out of respect, not just for the speakers, but for all of you who have each other, who have paid to be here. And finally, we intend to run today on schedule for lots of reasons, including that's the professional thing to do, but also because that way you can enjoy the happy hour that's at the end of the day and get to dinner, which I'm sure all of you want to do and indulge in the networking, okay? So it gives me great pleasure now to invite the one and only Mr. Narayana Murthy and Mr. Praveen Gandhi on stage. Now, Mr. Murthy, of course, needs no introduction, and neither does Mr. Gandhi, who is a legend in his own right. We have to thank Mr. Gandhi for reaching out to Mr. Murthy and having him here as our guest in the first ever TiECon Pune. Now, both of them are going to be joined by three Pune entrepreneurs. Ashwini, Ankur, and Ajay are three entrepreneurs that have been chosen by TiE Pune to be on stage, and I invite the three of you to come up. Ashwini, you're in the middle? Yeah. So you're going to hear a little bit about their businesses and their exciting entrepreneurial journey so far. But they actually serve a very important function here today. When all of you registered, that's over 400 of you, we asked you to submit a question to Mr. Murthy. The reason we did that is it's rare to have him in an audience, and we knew that a lot of people would have questions. So we thought the most efficient way to do this was to get questions up front and curate them, collate, distill them down, and that's what we've done. We've cut down the 460 questions that we got down to 40 questions, right? And these three entrepreneurs are going to be the united voice of all of you, and they're going to ask Mr. Murthy questions on your behalf. This way, we should be able to get through far more questions than we could otherwise by passing mics around. A little bit about the 400 plus questions. There were 7 buckets that most of these questions fell into. The single largest bucket was actually about how do you recruit, maintain, and motivate talent, which I personally thought was interesting, that seems to be the #1 issue for a lot of you. The next bucket was on the challenges of entrepreneurship, everything from fundraising to knowing if you've got the right price, etc. So we've divided the questions, and you're going to hear from them, and I hand over to Mr. Gandhi.
Morning, everyone. Before I start my conversation with Mr. Murthy, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Vish and his team for a brilliant show. I think the first TiECon, house full, please. And the other thing I noticed when I was walking around, that the number of women I saw around. And I just wanted to, I think in the statistics that Vish presented, there was no mention of how many women participants and how many women entrepreneurs. So can I have a raise of hands of how many? Hey, brilliant. I think this is probably the highest percentage participation of women entrepreneurs in any TiECon that I have seen. Anyway, coming back to the subject at hand, I mean, I'm sure everybody knows Mr. Murthy needs no introduction. But let me at least try a little bit from my side. Yesterday morning, I was playing tennis, which I do every day. I was telling one of my tennis partners as to that I am going to Pune to have a chat with Mr. Murthy. And his first reaction was, oh, I had heard him at TIFR. He was such a good speaker. So if you have a video of this conversation, please bring it back. That made me think that how many lives he has touched outside of the IT business that we all, or the entrepreneurial business that we are all in. And that got me thinking. And when I realized that in the end, what does Infosys and it's very difficult for me to keep calling him Mr. Murthy because I have never said so. But since it is that him and his team, Infosys and Narayana Murthy and his team, are really a symbol of the new resurgent India. I think that putting Infosys, scaling it and putting Infosys on the global map gave us the confidence, the new aspirations to conquer the world. And I think that having set that example, we have all seen that post-90s, we have done wonders as far as making our presence felt on the global canvas. Murthy symbolizes the highest standards of business ethics. His value systems are something that we must all learn to live by. I'm sure some of you do, some of us don't, because it is very easy to make compromises today. And I have seen him, observed him, that in spite of difficult circumstances, he has been steadfast in belief of his values. He will not compromise, whether at any point in time, if it affects Infosys or personally, he will believe in his, he will stand by his commitments to his value system. And I think today, and we all know that in this country today, it takes a lot of courage to be able to do this. Coming to Pune, when asked me to invite him, and he suggested that, let us try to appeal to him that because he has a connection with Pune, we might succeed, because he is a busy person. I have failed up till now many times inviting him to my daughter's wedding, my son's wedding. I have not succeeded. But he actually said that, yes, I can do it, but the dates may be not as originally planned. And so said, hey, what's in a date? We will change the date for you. And finally, we agreed on today's date. And I want to acknowledge the fact that he actually, in his heart of hearts, loves Pune. And this is because this is where it all started. So we have to thank the city of Pune to give us Narayana Murthy to take us. So I think Shobha told you the format of the this session. So before I get on with these entrepreneurs, let me start it off with asking him a couple of questions. In, I think, 2008, he was at TiE Mumbai. We had an entrepreneurial summit, and Pranay Roy was interviewing him. And one of the things he admitted that he is guilty of, which he is not guilty of any other weaknesses, but this particular weakness. So I just thought that I will follow up on that question. That he said that I am unable to cut my umbilical cord from Infosys. That to the answer to the question that, are you still so synonymous with Infosys? And that's, he said, was my weakness. Now, I just wanted to follow up that, have you sort of moved on from that position, or are you still tied very strongly with?
Well, before I answer that question, let me first of all say that it is an absolute privilege and a pleasure to spend time with Praveen. Praveen belongs to the first wave of IT entrepreneurs. As most of you know, he was one of the founders of Inditron, which brought advanced modern computers to India. And then, of course, he went on to found Digital Equipment India. And right from 1974, when I came back from France and I started meeting him, he has always been very kind. There was not a single occasion when he would not answer our questions. And of late, he has been providing a lot of fun through his inexhaustible fund of jokes. I look forward to receiving his mail. So I'm very, very thankful to you, Praveen. On the issue of have I been able to cut myself off from Infosys, I must say yes, because on 20th August 2011, when I completed my 65th year, as I had written down in 1981, I decided to leave, but the board of directors were very kind to call me Chairman Emeritus, which has three responsibilities. One, any of the emphasis people can contact me on any issue for any advice. Second, even today I help Infosys connect with prospective clients if they want it. And third, they wanted me to go to various campuses of Infosys and talk about the story of Infosys. However, having said all this, I still have one responsibility, which is executive in that sense, full time, and that is I am still in some way in charge of physical infrastructure, because all my colleagues felt that I had done a reasonable job in creating physical infrastructure, and the head of our infrastructure wanted my association, so I continue to sign on every plan, every elevation of Infosys. I choose the material and all of that. But I don't go to Infosys office except when I have visitors. I operate from my home office, which is within walking distance from where I live. And that's where I have Catamaran, which is our VC investment, and also our investments in public markets. That's what I do.
Good. So you have finally moved on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, that is very good. And I think that much time saved will do a lot of good for many other activities. But you don't play an active role in Catamaran.
No, I don't play any active role in Catamaran either. There are very competent people. They are youngsters, and I have always had tremendous faith in youngsters, and they do a pretty good job.
Good. Okay. One more question, and then we get on with. Because I have admired this man for a long time, because I truly value. I was also brought up in a very Gandhian environment, so some of the value systems and ethics that he follows, my father also taught me to follow. So I am, but he has always inspired, because once I heard him say that if you are in doubt about disclosure, disclose. If you think that something needs, whether should be disclosed or not, just disclose it, because transparency is the only way that you're going to make yourself heard by people. So there is one point that I must ask him that, and I think it's been asked before, what do you do for fun?
Well, I look forward to receiving jokes from you. That brings a lot of pleasure. No, I mean, I meet with friends. There are some people with whom, like you, with whom it's very easy to share jokes and laugh a lot. These days, I go with my wife to movies, to theater.
Brilliant.
Because I realize that watching movies at home on DVD, it's not much fun. You go to the big screen, you sit in the theater, you enjoy that environment. So I do that. Then I meet, as I said, I meet like-minded friends and share time. And I read a lot, and I listen to music.
Good, because the answer he gave.
And I watch sitcoms.
The answer he gave to Pranoy in that same question was that I read a lot. I am a gadget freak, so
Yes,
I buy a lot of
yes,
gadgets.
yes.
But that was about it. I think the movies, I think, is a new edition, I think, since 2008. So I think my questions are over, and I think I'm going to now get on with the real purpose of this. So, may I ask you gentlemen to just introduce yourself?
Let's start with the lady
Yeah,
first.
lady first. She's actually come from Kolhapur.
Yeah,
Drove.
wonderful.
They have a PPT of some kind.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Mrs. Ashwini Danigon. Comfortable? Founder and CEO of Manorama Info Solution Private Limited, based out of Kolhapur. It is a pleasure to address such a great minds in this TiECon event. Kolhapur, few of us known as a next IT